Hey everyone, welcome back to EverQuest, the Hero's Journey. We're here on the level 61, Shadowknight ROG Shaman, and we've got 2,497 AA points spent and one saved. We're starting today in the Plane of Tranquility, and we're going to continue working on our Planes of Power progression. So far we've done the Plane of Disease, Plane of Justice, and Plane of Innovation, and I'm planning on working on the Plane of Nightmare today. Not many updates as far as the character progression goes. I did finish upgrading my breastplate, so I've replaced the Shadowknight Velius class breastplate. I think it was Bloodlord's breastplate or something. It was the Sky Shrine Halls of Testing armor. So you'd go to Temple of Vishan, kill stuff in Halls of Testing, and then turn in the armor in the Sky Shrine. So that one was pretty good. It lasted me a while. But this one is from Lord Inquisitor Saru in Sanctus Saru on Lachlan. Crazy resists on it. Very good hit points. Obviously I have two legendary augments on there, so that's helping it along a bit. But just really good stats overall. 160 AC with the augments, 400 hit points, anywhere from 38 to 68 for resist. So yeah, very nice. It was hard to resist that. No pun intended. Upgrade. What else did we get? I don't think we got anything else. Yeah, I think the only thing that's changed otherwise is I got a legendary version of the Lump of Pus augment from the Plane of Disease, and I put that in my cloak. I think I had a 4 AC augment or something on there. So the 80 hit point and heroic charisma. From what I've read, the heroic charisma is not entirely useless. It kind of acts as a prismatic tash, is the best way I can describe it. So, however much heroic charisma you have, your target has its resists innately lowered by that much. Kinda is the best way I can describe it. So if my target had, I don't know, 30 magic resist, with my heroic charisma, it would actually have 3. So 30 minus 27. So it's not a stat that I chase, but it does have some benefit. One other thing I didn't mention is I got this Grandmaster's Carryall. It's a 30 slot container, 100% giant and 100% weight reduction. So decent capacity. I got that from doing the Grandmaster's Poison Vial, which I think is a 250 trivial with poison making skill. So you make it through trade skilling basically. Yeah, you do a trade skill combine, poison making combine, which has a 250 trivial. If you succeed, you get a range slot item with a poison making modification to it, and a right click effect to summon a bag. The bag that it summons is no rent, temporary, although I don't know if it will disappear, I don't know. But you can take that bag and turn it into Jolum in the bazaar, and he will give you a permanent 30 slot bag. So that's where I got that. Let's start working on this Plane of Nightmare stuff. Looks like we gotta talk to this lady. We say hail. Let's see. Plane of Nightmare. Okay, so I got a character flag. We have to go to the Plane of Nightmare. That could be difficult. I don't remember exactly where it is. Hopefully it's marked on the map. I think it's like just some, yeah, it's kind of like a piece of rock in the ground that you click on, if I remember right. We'll see. It's crazy to think how impactful some of this stuff was in that I remember some of it 20 years later. So over here, if I remember, there's like a, yeah, this thing. And you click on like this part that's sticking out of the ground to go into the plane of nightmare. How that makes sense, I don't know. How anybody figured out to click on that, I don't know. Um, is that working? Where is it? Maybe I'm wrong? Oh, oh, there we go. I was about to have to eat my words about how much I remembered after 20 years. All right. Let's see. Plane of Nightmare. Let's read this a little bit. Head to the Plane of Nightmare. Go to the far northeast across the water to find some hedges and talk to Thelen and tell him you're ready. Northeast. Now I wonder. I'm guessing I should do this in a non-responding instance, but I don't know. I guess we'll try that. Oh, might notice my character looks a little different. I I changed up my armor glamours. Hang on, let me try to at least start running to where we need to go. It said far northeast of the zone. Far northeast across the water. Okay. Point myself that way. Sneak hide. So in my endeavors in poison making, which resulted in making that Grandmaster Poisons Vial and getting this 30 slot bag, I was doing other poison making things, looking into other poison making quests. Hang on a second here. And one of those quests involved a rogue piercing weapon, rapier, dagger, the Irasia from the plane of fear. Actually, it involved both plane of fear and the plane of hate, but I was in plane of fear for a while. How do we? Or maybe I'm going the wrong way. And trying to get that dagger for the quest, which is broken, by the way, so don't waste your time. And I got a bunch of armor from the Plane of Fear, including the Cleric armor. So this is the... Oh man, I forget the name of it. I guess I can look at the glamour name. Ethereal Mist armor. So breastplate. I got the breastplate, the arms, the helm, the bracer, the legs, the boots, the gauntlets, and turned those all into glamours to put on my armor. Previously, I was just wearing fine plate, a specific color, like pale blue fine plate armor that I had made and turned into glamours. Thalen Poxborn. Wait a minute, I'm hidden. And we are ready. All right, here we are. I don't really know what I'm supposed to do here. I guess I will go kill things. But I thought the armor looked pretty neat, so yeah. It also kind of matches the Shadowknight Epic, so I don't really know. I don't remember the objective here. I'm gonna go around and kill stuff. Um, we'll see. I don't know if I have to. It seems like I can just go kill that red con there in the middle. Yeah, I don't know. Maybe I'll try that. Go back and do that. I guess worst case scenario is all the stuff in the hedges comes charging out and we kill that. Okay, Felon, Hail. I got a character flag. Let me check the guide here. Once you finish off the Conscious Nightmare, loot Dagger, Blade, Shard, and hail him. So we did. I guess we looted the shard. I didn't even notice what we looted. Yes, Dagger, Blade, Shard. Okay. Hand the shard to Thelon, and then say return. Not too bad. 18, 19 though. For legendary, it's not great. Like mine is 30, 19. Alright, and then we will say hail. I scrolled up. We'll do return. Head to the gate to Terrathul's lair and click the gate to zone in. Where's the gate? Oh, okay, over there, I guess. think we got a character flag there for zoning in. Nightmare. Part 2 Tower Stool. Fight your way to where Tower Stool is located at the end of the path in a building. Kill Tower Stool. Okay. Let's see. I don't know about fight my way. Huh. Okay. So this is a separate instance, so we're not... I guess we have to drop our other one and do a non-responding for this one. Okay. That looks better. I see a red con up there. I'm not going to bother fighting. We're just going to walk up there and kill her. Although, what is the Century of Nightmares? Now, I was just thinking, Terrasthul, if I remember right, is a goddess of dreams or nightmares or something like that. So she's, I think, about to be the first god that we will kill. I hadn't thought about that, like what god we would kill first, but I assume she counts. I also assume I'm going to win, but we'll see, I guess. I think she saw through my invis. I haven't seen that in a while. Did happen in Beeshan's Peak was the last time I can remember that happening. Alright, we got a cripple on her. I heard recently that most bosses or NPCs in general only actually have about 100 AC. And so if you debuff their AC enough, wow, that was a big dispel. It's kind of like you're doing bonus damage or like because they have nothing to, resist your melee attacks or dodge them, parry them, whatever. It's hard to say exactly how much cripple reduces AC. It ranges. It says from 39 to 114. I don't know what the actual number is. Alright. Spectral Parchments. Those are 63 and 64 spells. Indigo Snake Bracelet. Indigo Snake Bracelet. Alright, we'll take a look at that in a second. Planar Projection. Hail. Says we've already spoken. So I did get a character flag when she died. Check my guide here. Plane of Nightmare. Attack and kill Carousel. You get a character flag. Plane of Projection will pair. You don't have to hail it. Go to Tranquility and find Elder Poxborn and hail him to receive a flag. Okay. How do we get out of here? Do we have to go back out, or is there a way out? I don't know. Guess I'll gate to the Plane of Knowledge. Check with Graham and see if he wants to hear about us killing Terrasthul. Stories. You need to adventure more. Okay, so maybe once we're done with the flag, he'll increase the stats on my charms and maybe give me an AA point. Okay, let's run over to the sick bay. Look for Elder Poxborn and hail him. Him, right there. Hail. Alright. He says, finally, after all this time, my mind is at peace. Thank you. Subduer of Torment. That would be a cool title to have. I would rock that. Subduer of Torment. Alright, next up is going to be Crypt of Decay. I guess I'll check that out. Crypt of Decay. Well, this one seems very complex. So hopefully we can figure it out. It almost feels like this guide was written for a group or a raid. I don't know. Well, let's start a non-responding instance. Again, I'm assuming that's what I'm going to need. Yeah, I'm not sure where to go. Let me take a look at, try to figure out where the guy spawns that we need. Okay, so he appears to be here. That's my best guess based off of what I'm seeing on the EQDB website. But getting to there, I'm not really sure about. So, I guess we're just going to venture forward and hope that this tunnel kind of leads into that area, just straight ahead. Yeah, okay, that's kind of what it seems like here. So this guy, that's the guy. But it said something about his guards. Like you're supposed to aggro him and then kill his guards first, and then kill him? I don't know. Let me clear a few of these things just in case they're too much. Another AA point there. Alright. Alright, let's try to get a debuff on him, I guess. Alright, we need to kill the guards first, apparently. Alright, the pets on these. Okay, not really having any trouble here. Another AA point. Okay, alright. So he kind of like depopped and respawned once his guards died. So I guess that's kind of a good sign that maybe we did something right. The guide seemed to hint at something wouldn't work right if you didn't kill the guards first. Alright, let's check the guide again. Continue forward, kill another guy. Okay, this guy, I guess. Back to the guide. Next, continue forward, kill some bishop. And then 1, 2, 3 more guys. Alright, looks like that's the bishop right here. Oh, another thing that changed with the character was I got a couple new spells, level 61 spells. Hang on a second. Speaking of level, let me change this. I'll try to level up. I got the Shaman level 61 pet spell, New Wolf, True Spirit, I think it's called. So pet's now blue to me, so he's definitely increased in level. I got not sure what else. Almost all of the shaman ones. There might be one or two that I'm still missing. I also got a couple Shadowknight ones. One that's pretty neat is it's a resist debuff on your target, but it basically steals your target's resists and gives it to your group. It's not significant. I think it's like 10 or something, but pretty neat. Oh, and I got a new damage over time, fire-based damage over time for the Shadowknight, level 61, Ignite Blood. It's a lower level Necro spell, but something we didn't have access to until level 61. I swapped out the whatever the other fire-based damage over time spell was. let's see, we got Boil Blood and Ignite Blood, so it was Heat Blood. That's the one that we're not currently using. Alright, I think that was the 3 that it mentioned. 1, 2, 3. Okay, so we gotta look for a High Priest now. And then some other guy will spawn, and don't kill him and hail him instead. Oh, there he is. He's right behind us. He must have just popped when the other guy died. I was gonna say, why do I feel like I am attacking slowly? It's because I'm 90% slowed. It says disease counter by 36. But I can't seem to get rid of it. Oh, there we go. Alright, so hail that guy. We got a character flag. Let's see. Here. We click the chair to end at the entrance of the zone. Port you to the next event to kill a Spectre of Corruption to start the event. Guess we gotta go back to the entrance. So we gotta find a Spectre of Corruption. That's a very helpful tip. The guide was talking about using the height filter on the map um, to locate the stuff you need to kill in this area. So you turn the height filter on by clicking it, and then enter the low and high that you want it to filter on. And then I guess we have to kill all these things, but we're going to kill the Spectre of Corruption first to start it. Who is this way, it looks like. I don't know if I ever talked about what Spirit of the Leopard is doing. I know when I first picked it up, I didn't know much about it. Hang on, let me go back here. All right. All I knew was that it was desirable. Uh, here. All right. What it does is it gives you a buff that gives you a melee attack proc. So a chance on when you swing your weapon for this extra damage to occur, and it's been pretty nice. It's noticeable. Um, for me, when it crits, it does almost 2,000 damage. Alright, level 62. Got a bunch of spells to mem. Focus of Soul. So that's a new hit point slash probably strength, stamina, dex buff. Improved version of Kerr's focusing. We got Talisman of the Tribunal. Protects the group with shielding from poison and disease. So I think it's just an increased version of Talisman of Epuration. We got Ancestral Guard, so a new AC buff. Talisman of the Rulan, it's a group, I think, fills your group agility buff. Endurance of the Boar, single target Stamina buff. Deny undead. High damage. It says 880. I think it's a quick cast. Let me see. Hard to tell here. I think it's a quick cast, like nuke to undead. We got Zephyr's Bite. This one's kind of cool. It's a group heal slash mana restore. Disease based, negative 500. So almost unresistible. Almost. And Bond of Death. So it's a new single target, damage over time, duration, life draw. So puts a dot on your target and returns that health to you over the duration. So pretty good amount of spells, nice spells for level 62. Let's cast Focus of Soul. Put it on myself here. Going from, yep, hit points definitely went up. I didn't catch the number. It was 14,000 something before. Now we are over 15,000. Let's throw it on my. I guess my Shadowknight pet died. At some point. So it seems like Talisman of the Rhino, which is strength, and Talisman of the Raptor, which is dexterity, are no longer going to be needed because they won't stack with Focus of Soul. And actually, I no longer need Kura's focusing either because they're going to be using Focus of Soul. Another spell I picked up was Replenishment. So the previous regrowth I was using was 20 per tick, 20 hit points per tick, but Replenishment, and I just cast it on him, is double that, so it's 40 hit points per tick, so quite nice. Personally, my character's hit point regen is up to 144 per tick with the buff. Now, hopefully I didn't botch the event by handling those new spells, talking about the ones that I picked up. I think we got 2 hours to complete it all. And unfortunately, my only viable area of effect damage over time is disease-based and is doing absolutely nothing here. So I'll have to swap that out for something else. So I switched out my disease-based dot with an area of effect slow instead. And you can partner that with Languid Bite when I have the room on my buff bar for it. Languid Bite gives your slow effects, both Charter Swarm or any other castable version of slow, including the AE slow, gives them a chance to apply a damage over time effect on the target of the slow. Let's see if any of these have it on there. Hard to see, Targers. Yeah, I think it's just the damage over time thing is just called Languid Bite. So far I haven't seen it on any of the guys there. I think it got applied there on that guy, but too little too late. Alright, let's see, next targets are way over on the west side there. Yeah, you can see languid bite effect here. That's applied from having the languid bite AA active while you cast a slow effect. I don't know the percentage chance for it to apply though. Definitely not 100% of the time. I wonder if it's random where the next packs spawn, or we're just getting really unlucky, because I feel like they're spawning as far away as possible from us each time. And again, other side of the zone, or other side of the area. I guess it could be worse. Let's see. Here. Try switching to the two-hander, see if that speeds things up a little bit with the arrow effect damage proc. I'm pretty sure I just saw a Strike of Yakisha crit. Yeah, right there, 1795. I don't know how that's happening. Strike of Yakisha should do 100 damage. Like it's this thing right here. It's a augment from Skyfire Mountains. It does 100 damage. I know that's going to be increased a little bit by my spell damage, but almost 1800 damage crit off of a 100 damage proc. That's crazy. Finally, one group that spawned close. I don't know if I mentioned it, but I did recently spend some points in two-hand damage AAs. I've found I've been using my two-hander a little more, mostly for the area of effect proc on it, but I figured, why not get a little more white damage out of it when I've been struggling to find things to spend AA points on. The one I got was it's like Knight's Advantage or something, I think it was. A Speed of the Knight. Yeah, so it does increases the chance of scoring an extra hit with two-hand weapons. So I have that maxed out, so an extra 29% chance to at least double attack with the two-hander. Which I guess, if you don't proc on the first swing and you happen to get a second swing, then gives you a second chance to proc the AE damage. Didn't really think about that. That's nice. Okay, you can see the health dropping on the other guys in my extended target list, and that I believe is all from the arrow effect procs of I guess not all. Wait a minute, is Languid Bite still up? I don't think so, actually. Yeah, so I don't think any of them got a damage over time effect from my AE dot. Yeah, some of them were down for almost half health, and that was just off of the Earthquake procs from the two-hander. Another AA point there. I think what'll probably work on next is more the two-hand damage. There's an AA for increased bash damage, and since we are bashing when we have our two-hander on through auto skill, might as well get some increased damage out of that. I'm pretty sure I mentioned it before, but if you type auto skill list, I think, it'll tell you what skills you have the option of turning auto skill on for. For me, it's backstab, bash, and taunt. And then I forget what the command is. I think it's like auto skill enable something or other to turn that on. For me, it's been big to not have to mash that backstab button all the time. The client will just use it on cooldown. Same with bash. I don't have to keep it on my bar. I don't have to press it. I just turn auto skill on, and it'll bash and or backstab whenever those two abilities are up. I was just thinking I should probably make use of the AC buff, new AC buff I just got, Ancestral Guard. I couldn't remember the name of it. Let's see, this is... not sure. We're at 3029 AC. See how much this goes up. 3033. So literally 4 AC increase. You know, better than nothing, I guess. Alright, let's check that guide, because I see Bertoxulus up on the thing. Bertoxulus. Click the chair at the entrance of the zone, port you to the next event. Oh wait, we already did that. Once they're all dead, Bertoxulus will spawn. Kill him. And any ads and get a character flag. Alright. Put our regular weapons back on. Okay. We'll head back towards the zone in. Sneak, hide. So detrimental, resist, debuff. So we'll go with Malo. Okay. There he is. I'm actually a Shadowknight of Bertoxulus, so I will be killing the deity that my character started out worshipping. Or attempting to, at least. Just pop Rabid Bear. He's hitting pretty hard. Try to throw a cripple on him. That did land. Alright, we got him. He was hitting pretty good though. Looks like he hit for 1585 there. Yeah, so I'm not quite sure what the max hit was. There's a 1649 right there. Yeah, he was taking some chunks out of me. Alright, Green Fist of Death Enchanted. I think we already got one of those non-enchanted version. Radiant Mask of the Disease Lord. All. And an Ethereal Parchment and a Spectral Parchment. Okay. Also, we got a character flag when he died. Double check the thing here. Crypto Decay. Don't need to heal the planar projection. I'll do it anyway. Then we head back out to the Planar Tranquility and find Elder Thuristel. Let's see if we can go back out. Alright, yeah, we click the pedestal here. We'll make the run over to the NPC to finish the flag for that. Alright, so let's talk to this guy, Hale. He says it looks surprisingly better than you last saw him. You actually did it. You defeated Bertoxilus. I could feel it the moment he fell. Thank you very much. You have done the world a great service. And we got a character flag. Alright. So that's going to be it for this episode, guys. Had some pretty good progress. We got the character from 61 to 62. Got to clear our bag space by using up some of the level 62 spells we had. Got a couple AA points. We got 2 more steps done in the Plane of Power progression. We did the Plane of Nightmare and the Crypt of Decay. So we finished off Tier 1, started Tier 2. Looks like next up is going to be Plane of Torment, according to this guide. So I guess that's, we've been following that. It's not let us down so far, so we'll keep doing that. Yeah, that's going to be it for this one. Thank you guys for watching. Is there any new viewers out there? Welcome. Hope you enjoyed. Feel free to subscribe to the channel. Feel free to comment on any video. Let me know what I'm doing good, bad, what I could do better, what you'd like to see me do, what you'd like to see me kill or try to kill, what gear or AAs I should be looking for. Yeah, any suggestions are always welcome. I do reply back when I can, and I do see all the comments, so thank you. But until next time, guys, take care.